Everyone, my name is Astridah Chipowe. I'm a media personality, brand ambassador, a professional model, and I'm a public relations student. So I'll be able to talk about mental health. I know a lot of people, they go through trauma and they've got emotional stuffs going through their minds, in this generation where we are. So I'll be able to talk about mental health and being a victim of that. I once went through that, and I know how young people go through what young people go through. So I'll be able to just talk about mental health, which mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate with others. So when you are passing through mental health, it affects everything about you. If you're a student, it affects your studies. If you are it's the mental health does not only affect young people or even people who are married, people who have got children, but actually I'm just focusing on young people because young people, they feel like when they are going through that trauma, they feel like they should just commit suicide, which is not the case. So when you go through such thing, you need to know how to handle stress. You need to know how to handle certain things by doing things that you love. If you need to go out of social media for some time, stay away from social media, stay away from things that will make you stressed and things that will make you overthink. So you need to stay away from that. So from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. So like I said, it does not only affect young people, but also people who are married, people who are older. We see them laughing, we see them smiling, but we just don't know what they're going through. Over the course of your life, if you experience mental health problems, your thinking, mood, behavior would be affected. Even the way you think, I talked about the way you think, your mood, you find that you're just answering people. It's weird, as in like why say something, then you be like you just answer them in a sarcastic way. So that's not we need to handle ourselves. And the behavior changes. You find that the way you behave, sometimes people start abusing drugs because of the same mental health. They want to see something that will make them okay, so their behavior will change. They'll start abusing drugs. So that is one thing that is common amongst the young people. So many factors that contribute to mental health problems include biological factors such as genes or brain chemistry. So mental health can also relate to healthy problems because you start abusing drugs. And when you start abusing drugs, your health will be affected as well. So life experience such as trauma or abuse, you find that maybe you've got this certain issue that you are facing and you're having trauma. For instance, I can give an example. When you're attacked, maybe if you're a female, you've been raped, that's trauma. For you to get over that thing, it takes time. Talking from experience, I was once attacked, that was last year, and they almost took everything from me, but my life was saved. So it was difficult for me to get over that. The trauma was too much and I couldn't just handle it. So my mental health was affected as well. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. I was just thinking about what if they had killed me, what if they had raped me, what if, and the what if question really comes into our mind as young people. So mental health problems are common, but help is available. You can talk to people, you can go for counseling, you can even church elders. You can talk to them, talk to people who are older than you, talk to people that you are comfortable with, because at the end of the day, in as much as you're opening up with something, you need to have secrecy as a person. So there are certain times where there's signs of this mental health. So early warning signs about mental health. Not sure if you or someone is living with mental health problems. If you are facing mental health problems, experiencing one or more of the following feelings or behaviors can be an early warning sign of problem. So there are times where you are facing this. So there are early warnings before it gets too much. There are early warnings such as eating or sleeping too much or too little. You are sometimes people eat too much, but people like me don't really eat too much when I'm having this issue, and when I used to have it, I never used to eat too much, so I had lost weight, and I would sleep too much, so that my eyes would get red. Some people would not sleep; they would keep on thinking. Even the night becomes too long for them. So pulling away from people and unusual activities, you find that maybe you're at school. I talked about school earlier because most of you are in school, are studying some programs that requires your attention. So when you start pulling off, maybe you used to get A+, you used to get B+, now I start to C. So that's thing, it's a pulling over activities, work, and something like that. So when you're having that, just know that you've got a problem. So having low or no energy, sometimes you find that you don't have energy. You don't have energy to stand. You don't have energy to eat. You don't have energy to do anything. So those are the early warnings of mental health. And also feeling numb or like nothing matters. Sometimes you find that people, nothing matters to them. They'll just act the way they want to. They'll just talk the way they want to. They won't even care about anything. Even when it comes to their parents, they'll just answer them. Sometimes I've heard young people answering their parents and say, they'll ask them, what's wrong? They'll be like, you won't understand. Because those people are your parents. You need to talk to them when you're having these warnings. And also feeling helpless or hopeless. Sometimes you find that you don't have any help. You are feeling hopeless. These are times of when you're feeling hopeless, you feel like you want to commit suicide. So those are the early warnings of early signs of mental health. And also when you're having unexplained aches and pains, sometimes you might have an headache because of overthinking. Sometimes you might have pains, maybe you are feeling fatigued. All those things, you need to observe them. And also smoking, drinking, or using drugs more than usual. I talked about drugs earlier because a lot of people, when they're facing they're going through this trauma, they get to abuse drugs. So don't abuse drugs. If you are going through this trauma, don't abuse drugs. Find something to do, something that will motivate you, something that will keep you going. Feeling unusually confused, forgetful, on edge, angry, upset, and worried. So certain times you feel like you start forgetting things. You start forgetting things. You need to do this, but you forget. You need to go somewhere, but you're just confused. Maybe you were going to town. You start going to Charlie, which is not the case. So you need to work on that. And also yelling or fighting with family and friends. You start yelling over unnecessary things. You start yelling anyhow. You're just yelling. So those things, you need to work on them as you when you start getting those signs. Experiencing severe mood swings that cause problems in relationships. If you perhaps you are dating, you're in a relationship, or be engaged or whichever, and then you start having these problems in relationship, you're just moody. So work on that. Those are the early warnings or signs of mental health. And also hearing voices or believing things that are not true. Sometimes you find that you start hearing voices like, you can't do this, just drink alcohol, just abuse drugs. Those are voices. So you need to work on that as you are facing this. And also thinking of warming yourself or others, and also inability to perform daily tasks like taking care of your kids or getting to work or school. Sometimes you can't perform your daily tasks. You can't do that because the way you are feeling, you can't concentrate and everything. So with regards to all these that I've mentioned, these are the warnings that you get to have when you are facing mental health problems. So you need to, at least when you face any of these, find time to talk to someone. Talk to someone. Sometimes when you just talk to someone, you feel better. Talk to someone that you can trust. I know most of us, we like confidentiality. It's like me, I like confidentiality too much. The reason that I never used to talk to people when I'm facing such things is because I would think that the other person will tell the other person. So the information will be circulating, which is not a good thing. So most of us love confidentiality. So talk to someone who is more mature. Talk to someone whom you know that, okay, this person can keep this information that I'm going to tell them. So So there are times where you get to have support mental health and wellness. Positive mental health allows people to realize their full potential, cope with the stress of life, work productively, make meaningful contributions to their communities. Ways to maintain positive mental health includes getting professional help if you need to. Like I said, talk to people, connecting with others. Connect yourself with others who can do better. Don't connect yourself to people at your low level, the way you are feeling, and then you go to the same person. I mean, what are you going to tell the other person, and what will the other person tell you, because you're going through the same problem? So connect yourself to people that will be able to help you. Stay positive. Always stay positive. Remove every negative thoughts that you have. So stay positive, and getting physically active. If you need to exercise, start exercising. There was a time when this pandemic was too much, coronavirus, I was stressed because I stopped going for work, school, and everything. So I was really stressed. And you've been working, and then you're getting money at the end of the day, or at some point you just get broke. You get stressed over that. So I was stressed. Then what I used to do, I would just go in where is this place, Kabulonga, just run, do exercise, and I would feel better. It will make me start the day on a good point, because I've done exercise, I've made myself fit and everything like that. So make sure if you are facing such things, work on that. And also help others. Sometimes people get to feel better when they help others. People get to feel better when they smile at others. Stay kind to everyone. You get to feel better because when you are kind to the other person will also be kind to you. Even as much as you are facing a lot of things, you'll be able, that person will smile at you. So get enough sleep as you are facing such things. Get enough sleep. So those are the ways that you can maintain positive health. Mental health. And also developing and coping skills. There are certain times we've got cooking skills, we've got other skills, so make sure you go to the kitchen, cook nice food, or even if the food doesn't taste nice, but make yourself busy, cook, work on your skills, and work on other things that you think that you're good at. So with regards to all the things that I've said, make sure you keep yourself healthy, because your health is your wealth. That's what what I was taught when I was facing such things. Someone told me, what, Astridah, your health is your wealth. So when you stay healthy, things will get better, because as you are facing trauma, a lot of things just become shattered. They become shattered, and you can't concentrate really. At work, you won't concentrate. At school, you won't concentrate. So make sure you are healthy. Make sure you work on yourself as you are facing such things. Make sure you talk to someone, talk to the person. It can be your parents. There are certain young people who are close to their parents. Talk to your parents. It can be your aunt, your uncle, your friends, but make sure they just be confident, and also make sure that they keep confidentiality. They've got confidentiality, because at the end of the day, we need to have a safe space that will allow everyone to speak out, a safe space that will allow people to open up, because people are not opening up because they don't have safe spaces. I've seen a lot of safe spaces being developed, and it's my wish also to have a safe space that people would come in and just talk about what they are facing, talk about their mental health and everything. So you need to make sure you look for a safe space that will be able to open up, because in that safe space you find people who are opening up, and they get to encourage you, motivate you, and do what you love, do what you're passionate about. If you can't stay alone, make sure you go in a busy environment where people are talking, people are playing music. At least you'll be active, because when you stay alone, you'll be thinking about negative thoughts and everything. So your health is very important, and I'm concerned about your health, because we as young people, we're the future leaders of tomorrow. We don't need to commit suicide. We shouldn't die young because of healthy problems. If you are facing a problem, make sure you open it up. When you open up, you feel better than you keep it to yourself. I've learned one thing about opening up our problems, because I was one person whereby people would come to me for advice, but I can't open up to other people, because everyone thought that I'm strong. So in as much as I was facing something, I can't go to my friend, or maybe to someone who is close to me, or to anyone. I can't open up, because they'll be like, I would think to say that person, they'll be like, no, you're strong, you advise people, you're an advocate and everything, but that's not the case. We need to check up on each other, check up on your friends, check up on your loved ones, check up on your family, ask what they're going through and everything. It will make them open up to you. So that's all I add for you for today on mental health. Make sure you stay healthy and stay safe. Study hard if you're in school. Just be yourself and everything. Bye bye. See you next time.